Hey guys, Justin here. I'm in Dunsborough right now, in Busselton areas. Now actually I want to say Dunsborough actually has a TransWA coach stop, but I don't think it's around here. I think it's around the town centre. But they actually do stop Dunsborough for TransWA before they continue down to Yarlingup and Margaret River and Albany and also Augusta. But here we are at the 815 terminus. Now I took the early morning 7:35 service over here, 7:32. That took 1 hour and 20 minutes because that's an epic deviating trip, which I filmed all of the deviation except one. I missed one of them, unfortunately. You'll be seeing that video probably as the next premiere. I don't know whether it will be following right after this one or probably not right after this one, or maybe right after this one, because that deviation, I just filmed it, all of the deviation. I literally just filmed it, the deviation. It took 40 minutes for that video, so that's why. But here we are at the 815 terminus. We will be taking it back to Busselton. Now, it's just going to be a pretty regular trip this time. It's not going to be two waste of time because of all the deviations. But there is one normal deviation that most of these trips will go towards Busselton do, which is the Carter Street deviation, which according to the app is so stupid because on the main road, there's one random stop on the main road that does not do the deviation, then will stop at that stop. It actually says it is Garter Street. Garter Street. Not Garter Street, it's Carter. It's a C, not a G. Gosh. But here we are at this random terminus here at Zone 3, which I think that's the maximum zones that we have for Busselton. 3 zones, but of course it still said 2 to 9 zones on the thing. But this is Zone 3 here, TransBusselton 70503. So let's see what bus it is. Earlier on the deviation was 1441 and the driver was, I don't know how good he is, but he didn't really care whether I'm filming. But he was very strict in terms of the passengers' behavior and also paying and also the money. So that's why earlier on someone actually wanted to buy 340 tickets, and then he only gave him $10, which is 20 cents less. And then literally the driver told the passenger talked to the passenger for like a minute or two about it is $10.20, not $10. Next time prepare 26 cents extra. Literally took like 2 minutes stopping at the stop, talking to the passenger about that, and then keep on calling the depot because whenever there are ticket issues or whenever there are any issues that he doesn't know, he's just going to call the depot, which is so funny. But another OC diesel, I actually kind of fed up with the OC diesels now. I actually want to see an NH for this service. Earlier on, 1441 and then 2112 also did the 815, which it will be cool if it's 2112 because it's my first ever 21XX diesel OC, which is slightly different in terms of the seats because the seats at the front will be like a future bus instead of like a gas bus. So let's get it. It is still around 20 minutes before it comes in. Probably going to lay over for like 10 minutes before it goes. So, alright, departure time. Now earlier on actually he forgot to do the deviation up near near the Dunsborough terminus. He actually forgot to do it, and I think he just didn't actually want to do it because the whole bus was empty, and for sure no one's gonna take the bus from up there just down to the terminus. So that's why he literally just skipped it. 2112, another diesel OC here. This route is very straightforward. It's literally just go through the whole Bussell Highway and most of the stuff around there. It literally just goes straight path along without too many turns. But we're gonna do the Carter Street deviation later on, so let's get it. Now hopefully he remembers to do the Carter Street deviation. And right away, someone's boarding. Wow. These ones doesn't really sound like a diesel, a diesel bus. It more sounds more like a gas bus, to be honest, but whatever. Especially earlier on, 1441, it was sounds similar as a gas bus. Because, you know, 1439, I think 1439 is a gas bus up in Perth, so... Now I know that Mark actually said last time in his video, some of these drivers were stationed in Southern River Depot actually, before they were transferred over here to Busselton. Probably they moved to Busselton, then they stay down here. No other random crappy school days exclusive deviation for this direction. It is for this service. It's just the Carter Street deviation. This is the longest route in Busselton, so it should take pretty much the same amount of time needed for the 816 last time. Now consider 816 actually is just basically loops, so that's why it's so long, but if it doesn't do loops, like this guy, it's basically way longer than 816, but probably it's going to be the same amount of traveling time. Unfortunately, in here is pretty slow, but later on when we go back down to the straight over path, it's going to be insanely fast because it is basically a highway. It's like 90 for that road. Back into the Busselton town centre area, not Busselton, Dunsborough town centre area over here. This is where the main area is for Dunsborough. Now I don't know where is the TransWA stop, but I think it's around here. A lot of cars are from Perth. Literally a lot of cars are from Perth. Some of them are Dunsborough cars and some of them are Yallingup cars as well with the license plate. But there are so many cars from Perth. Here's the Dunsborough Naturaliste, I don't know how to pronounce that word, Naturaliste Forum with the Woolworths over there. Again, another very fancy Woolworths, and a Coles on this side, and a Coles on that side over there. The Woolworths is right here, right across each other. There's the Woolworths right there, and then the Coles is right there. Which is the main areas over here. Which is pretty decent actually. With just this area you get actually all of the stuff that you need. You don't even need to go out anywhere. 815 is 2 hours per bus, so same as everything. Everything is 2 hours per bus here, but except 817, 3 services every day. Which I think is again just one bus, one driver, basically one manning everything, I think. Because he did, 2112 did the service that we were filming the deviations earlier on. He was actually doing the short trip from Quindalup Beach up here to Busselton, and then did a completely normal, no deviation trip back to Dunsborough, back to Busselton, and then he probably did the next trip back in here, and then he's doing the other trip back now, so that's why he's just basically one manning the 815 right now. Yep, onto Caves Road. This is the fast path. We're gonna ready to go out. This is the whole turn right there, which we did the deviation earlier on to that stupid place. You will see the deviating video later on. Now later on in the city center, it's gonna do a very confusing loop around. It was gonna stop at the terminus twice, so that's why of course I'm not gonna do that. Unless the driver actually recognized me as a transport enthusiast, then I wouldn't stay on board, like Mark, because Mark's driver was so nice that time, so that's why. Is it this way? Oh yeah, no deviations this way. Huh? Yep, he's going the right way, but this is such a confusing little turn here for this. This is so dumb, this loop. What the hell? It's literally a whole loop around just to get around the shopping center. Alright, we're back out to Dunsborough Beach. This is the main road over here, next to the beach, and also terrible stops, of course, continues. I mean, these stops are not really that terrible already, but that's okay. Now, they are Swan Transit drivers, so that's why their uniform is literally the same as those in Perth. It's just having the yellow vest when they actually need to head out of the bus, yellow vest. And then also if they have the name badge on, is also like the Swan Transit name badge. Hopefully when we go back up to Caves Road, he's gonna drive a little bit faster. This is really slow right now. Oh my gosh, earlier on, it took like extra 20 minutes for that deviation earlier on. Oh my gosh, that trip is so bad earlier on, but it is like meant for school kids to take from that area up there down to their school, but literally no one used it every single deviation. Like, what the hell? Oh, they probably boarded. It's so dumb actually. They probably boarded this guy, the short trip that actually looped in there before my bus earlier on, so ended up my bus was completely useless. Like, what's the point of having two buses like so similar times to go up to do the deviation? We're gonna turn right here to go up. We don't need to do the Quindalup Beach section, which is going straight if we're going to do the Quindalup Beach deviation. Which Quindalup Beach is just right here actually along this whole coastline, but it's actually very cool, this area, definitely. But you technically can't get to the beach because there's actually a little bit of a water area right in front of the beach over there. Yep, turn up, let's go. No need to do deviations this time. I mean, there's one, but on to Caves Road. It should be very quick now. This is like 90 kilometers per hour for this whole road, so now we just basically go straight, no turns until the Carter Street deviation. There's 90. Yep, there he goes, going fast now. Now earlier on we did talk quite a while because there were school kids and passengers actually getting off and on the road here, but I bet right now this trip no one's gonna take, so we should be like within 20 minutes. I think we can get back to Busselton all the way. Still no NHs though, still just diesel OCs. Now I've seen like tons of NHs already, but actually yesterday one of the NH did do a 815, but I think it was a school deviating trip, and it did do the 815 over to Dunsborough. I saw it 12:33, I think. I remember the number, but it is an NH. It was an NH doing it, and then most of the NHs were just on school specials. And then earlier on, yes, I saw a school special, the custom coaches 801, bus number 801 on the 731 school special, which is crazy. That one, it's basically a 3001. It looks exactly like 3001, but it's not an Arctic. Okay, it's just that, it's not an Arctic, but it looks like 3001. Went through a time stop there. Now videos uploading here in Busselton, it was not too bad. Okay, it was not too bad, the uploading process yesterday, but it did take an hour to upload the 816 video, and then the freaking checking of restrictions took over 3 hours. After I woke up today in the morning, it was done, but yesterday night I was having YouTube on like for 2 hours, and then it was not finished for the entire time. Literally again, farmlands here, once again. It's like Abbey's not here, it's like way further down. There's a lot of suburbs that actually is broken up here. And they're all so close to each other. Oh my gosh, literally they're like next to the river here. Ooh. Now it actually says on the weather report today it's gonna rain, but it didn't rain in the slightest. Oh my gosh, if you actually do a bike trip around here, it's gonna be so nice, right next to the river and the waters. Oh, because there's this path right here next to us, right here. You see, it's pretty much just a PSP, but yep, this is basically what it's gonna do. No turns, all the way straight. Tomorrow I will be taking 815 again, but just a little bit, not all the way to Dunsborough, because I will be going down to Bussport again at a different school, Busselton Senior High School. So that's why we're going to go down there again. And then after that, there will be, after spotting all of those school specials, there are like 10 school specials departing that school. So there will be definitely tons of the crazy buses coming out to do those services, so we can definitely get good shots again. And then after that we're done, then we have the easy access to a 3:58 service for the 815. We'll be arriving at the stops, then I can get it back to Busselton Town Centre and pick up my stuff before heading back up to Perth. And back to all of the Volvo buses up there. There are absolutely zero Volvo buses down here in Busselton. Either they are NHs and OC diesels, which they're all Mercedes-Benz buses, and also the custom coaches, which they should be Scania buses. So oh no, not Scania, sorry, MAN, because it's the same as the 3001, so I think it's MAN or maybe Scania, but probably MAN. Well, this bus is also actually having the gas bus front seat, so I don't know where are the buses with the future bus front seats, but we shouldn't be seeing any other buses on the other side, because I think he's just one manning the 815 right now. I actually cannot really recognize whether this is actually a white skinned dude or actually is a yellow skinned dude, but it looks like a yellow skinned dude to me. And so far I'm not seeing any Indian or Middle Eastern drivers down here. Mostly they're situated in Perth. There is someone waiting for the bus? Oh, there is! Oh my gosh, in the middle of nowhere. There's a person right there waiting for the bus. What the hell? That is crazy. What is this area? Oh, the time stop though. What the hell?
Pretty busy. Yeah, it's good. It's good, yeah.
Well, somehow the driver says it's pretty busy, so I'm not so sure, considering the buses there are like no one there. Oh, this is close to Vass, which is where we were yesterday. There is one small section on this Caves Road here that is actually the same as the 816, but there are no stops for the 816. It's just us stopping. Are there people boarding here? No, there's just people walking there for some reason. I think there are cool paths here to hike, but yeah, there's a camping center here, so of course. What the hell? Why the hell there's a Baptist camping site right next to a Catholic one? So why there a Christian camp right next to a Catholic camp? What? It's kind of weird. Oh, it's just a bunch of campsites right there. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh, another person. Oh. And we need to drive into the dirt here just to surf. What the hell? That's so weird. Oh my gosh, this house right here. Someone's probably using it from this house, and it's an old lady too. He did lower down the bus because it's pretty high floor if not, so. Honestly, it just sounds like a gas bus. I'm not even hearing something like the 1464 like yesterday. Yesterday 1464 was really different for its motor compared with the gas bus, but this one is really same, pretty much the same. That is unexpected amount of people actually boarding. There goes another time stop, but I bet actually everyone's just going back out to Busselton Town Centre. I don't think anyone's gonna get off at the mid stops. There's Bussell Highway right there. That's actually where the 816 would turns back out, but we're not gonna go in there. So. Yep, the 816 turns out right there. Well, a little bit the diesel sound there, but not much. And we're here at Abbey now, this is the common section, is the 816. But there are no stops. 816 doesn't stop. I think 816 stops here. I think there are some common stops, I think. Sorry about that. But there are literally no bus signs here at Busselton. Literally no signs for buses to follow, so they have to just memorize the whole route. There are decent signs in Bunbury that they actually should follow for the routes, because there are decent routes. There's 10, I think, around 10 bus services, except school specials. Down here, like, more school specials than normal routes. I think there are like 20 to 30 school specials, but only 3 normal routes. Really wish I can take one of the school specials, because they will use the cool buses. Off the normal routes, they won't use the cool buses, so I bet they don't use cool buses on these normal routes, because for the cool buses it's the diesel OC one door, diesel OC the 830 something numbers, or the custom coaches, which again only one door. So which is really bad if there's only one door for a normal bus service. Right, so far 30 minutes in for the whole journey. Yep, we're almost at the Carter Street deviation. This is definitely the easiest route to drive for Busselton buses. Literally no turns for the whole route. Like what the hell? It's just along this whole road, no turns. Compare with the 816. Ugh, terrible. And after that, the whole day I will be enjoying Busselton Jetty myself. We're not going to film any videos there. I've booked a train and underwater observatory tour, which lasts for 2 hours, and I can go straight back to my hotel. Edit some videos before the dinner, and then continue editing the videos. I might throw up a premiere tonight just to make it a little bit, just why not. So and there are 2 people here waiting to board the bus. Not just 1, 2. Oh my gosh. Oh, they're probably going out to Busselton for shopping because they have the shopping cart. Will he give the ramp? Okay, there's the first ever ramp ever down in Busselton that I've seen. There it goes. There it goes.
Good morning.
Now, usually in Perth, when I'm filming the Trans-Perth buses, of course I won't be actually filming the ramp, but here, why not? Three more stops up front before Carter Street deviation. time stop there. One more stop before turning onto Carter Street, not Garter Street, which is stupid, the app. Yep, here we go. Switching lanes, we're gonna turn down to Carter Street, which is just at the front. I mean Alpha Road first before going on to Moore Road, I think. Moore Street before turning back up to Carter Street. Now these are pretty regularly served. Every trip almost will be serving this one, but not really. Just have to come down here and serve these random streets again, which is pretty pointless, but let's see anyone actually uses this, because this is actually a pretty, like almost all services will do this deviation, so I don't know actually whether anyone will for real use this. I think it's just for this, isn't it? Peppermint Tree Villas, right here. There's literally a stop right there. Wow. And no one used it. I mean, there's another stop at Carter Street, upcoming at the front, but no one used that. And up Carter Street, no one. Okay, completely useless. Yep, no one. Well, just kidding. No, no one. What's the point of this? What's the point of this stop, dude? What's the point of this stop when it's right there at the main road? Like, what? The main road is literally right here. You see that stop over there? It's literally a stop right there. Like, what the hell? Why it needs to loop in there? There's literally a stop over there. This is a very aggressive turn there. Done with that. Later on we're going to take the outer edge first for the loop inside the town center. Goes back down like what we did yesterday with the 816. Hit the terminus once, then drive down to where the 816 comes back into the town center and serve that stop at the bottom street, turn back up, and then go straight through back to the terminus. So I'll show you later on. I will hit Busselton Town Center first, it's at the front. I don't know what are with these bus stops that they're actually served by this thing, but it's actually a school bus stop. It is a normal stop that people can use, that stop. I don't know why it's listed as a school bus stop, which is so stupid. That's the last stop, right here, another school bus stop for some stupid reason. And then next will be the Busselton Town Center loop. Which someone's getting off right at the start. Which I would try to actually get back off after finishing the whole loop and then before hitting the terminus again. I would try to do that. What the hell? There's a stop here? Bruh, there is a stop here, but it is not listed on the map. Once again, what the hell? There's a stop here, but not listed on the map. Gosh. This time we're just gonna cut out the ramp. So, first we go forward. Now, so here's the loop. We're gonna go upwards first. Go up these two stops at the top, turn back down, terminus stop, then goes down to the bottom, then goes back up to where we are now, then goes horizontal. So that's how we're gonna do. We're gonna basically go up here first. Yep, turn up. So that's how this is gonna do. So we're gonna go this way, this way, this way, this way, this way, this way, and then this way, and then go back. So that's how it's gonna go. And I probably will be getting off at that stop over there just to make it a little bit less weird. Instead of actually going back to the terminus the second time. So, I don't know whether the driver will care, but we'll just make it less weird. Yep, into the Busselton town centre. This section is all the same for all of the routes. So, all of the routes will serve this section. So, except the 817 will actually go with a slightly different path for the other direction. It will go on the other side road. Now understand there are two of the stop because there are two directions for this loops here. The section is literally the same, so I guess I don't really need to take it. But oh my gosh, I'll be the only one doing the rear loop. Oh, someone's waiting here on the stop.
Thanks, bro. Well, have a good day. See ya. Morning, ladies. And gentlemen. Oh, sorry, Dave. Didn't see you there. Have a good day, guys. Back to the depot now on my break. Oh, thanks, Gloria. You're so kind. I might think about it. If you see me coming back, you know I've changed my mind. See ya. Oh, always.
Yep, we're gonna get off at the West Street stop at the front over there. Okay, now I can hear a little bit more on the motor, but yep, here we go. This is actually unique. I mean, not unique, but I haven't filmed this small little section yet. Vast 816 comes there. And we're gonna turn this way. And then after that, first things first, so the 816 is just gonna do a whole loop around the town center before going that way to go. So we have the Peel Terrace here, which is the another main street here. There's a stop right after this for this ECU and also some of the residential areas down here for the elderly people. I think he's going back to the depot afterwards, so I think he's done with one-manning the stuff now. Because I want to do this turn over here as well before we actually get off. We don't need to go back to where the terminus is, because now it's just going to be weird, but we're just going to film this section again. The 817 will do it in a little bit different way. Tomorrow we will deal with that, but we're going to take 2 buses for that because it's a whole loop around for the 817. And I also want to explore that area where the edge of Busselton is. So plus I've booked a restaurant over there, so I have to get off. So this is the one and only route that actually turns right from here, which it doesn't do that for the other direction. The other direction will do the whole loop around the whole town center before going just basically horizontal straight. And we'll get off right here, just to make it not as weird. There it goes, 2112 on the 815. And I can definitely smell the diesel motor at the back here. I definitely can smell the diesel engines smell so bad. Looks like he's not even actually going back to the terminus. Yeah, he is not going back to the terminus. He's literally just turning right at the front. Because no point, no one's on the bus, no need to go back there. Yep, he's turning right at the light. Yep, there it goes. He's not even going back to the terminus because there's no point, no one on the bus, so he's just turning right back down to go back down to the depot. There he goes, that's the 815. Okay journey, it's very fun actually. Along the whole spot the views are very nice, so I was just want to find food around this area of Busselton before going back to do the Busselton Jetty tour that I've booked. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Remember to like and subscribe, click the bell so that you can get notifications when I post. Check out the links in the description down below for my other channels and my Instagram. Click on these videos up top, and I'll see you guys next time.